Hi.
Thank you, Karine. If I don't see you again in the briefing, thank you for always. You could have stopped taking the hard questions years ago, and you didn't. So we appreciate that.
So I thought Karine had one more briefing this week before she's done in this role. But perhaps this is the last time that Doocy's going to be representing Fox News in here. So it appears they are saying goodbye to each other. Here we go.
We appreciate that.
Over 2 years, my friend. This is, let's say, one last dance, right? I don't know how I'm going to fill my dance card now. How will I fill that void without you?
You tell me. You tell me. So
Start some rumors in here, I guess.
He's getting red too. Look at him.
So a week from now, it's all over.
Yes.
Between next Monday and 2028.
2028?
Who's the leader of the Democratic Party?
Oh my goodness, wow. That is, honestly, that is for people much smarter than I to make that assessment, that decision. Obviously, voters will decide. That is not something for me to decide. I could say right now, in this moment, in this room, as I'm looking at the clock as it's counting down, because we have to leave shortly, you have the President Joe Biden, who is obviously the president and the leader of the Democratic Party. I do not have I cannot predict the future, so that is not something that I'm going to do from here.
So, no leader of the party.
That's not what I said.
Well, it's not President Biden, and it's
My
not
gosh,
Vice President.
I'm regretting this right now. Regretting all of this.
It's nobody.
That's not what I said. I said that you asked me about what's the 2028 is going to look like between now and 2028. I can't, or post obviously this president's tenure. That's not for me to decide. That's not for me to speak to. I could only speak about the here and now, and that's why I appreciate this job and what I'm doing right now.
And President Biden says that he's not going to be out of sight, out of mind. But isn't that what voters basically said that they wanted? Is him gone?
So, look, this is a president that has served more than 50 years, who has given all of himself, if you will, right, as a public servant, whether as a senator, as a local elected official, as a vice president, and now as president. I think anybody who has served that long and does it from their heart and soul because they believe this country deserves so much more, they believe that the American people deserve more, and has worked day in and day out, and certainly as president in the last 4 years, I think deserves some respect. I think he deserves some respect. And so I'll leave it there.
Sorry, Karine, but corrupt Joe Biden deserves no respect for the damage he has done to this country in the last 4 years. So can't agree with that. So I thought this would also be a fun moment to flash back to the first time Peter Doocy faced off with Karine Jean-Pierre in this role, May of 2022. So let's check it out.
So Karine Jean-Pierre, if you're watching, I'll see you on Monday. Congratulations. Nice to see you up there.
Thank you.
The president's Twitter account posted the other day, you want to bring down inflation, let's make sure the wealthiest corporations pay their fair share. How does raising taxes on corporations reduce inflation?
Are you talking about a specific tweet?
He tweeted, you want to bring down inflation, let's make sure the wealthiest corporations pay their fair share.
Look, we have talked about this past year about making sure that the wealthiest among us are paying their fair share. And that is important to do, and that is something that the president has been working on every day when we talk about inflation and lowering costs. And so it's very important that as we're seeing costs rise, as we're talking about how to build a America that's safe, that's equal for everyone and doesn't leave everyone behind. That is an important part of that as well.
But how does raising taxes on corporations lower the cost of gas, the cost of a used car, the cost of food for everyday Americans?
And
like manufacturing workers, cops, it's not fair for them to have to pay higher taxes than the folks who are not paying taxes at all.
But what does it have to do with inflation? What does it have to do with inflation? The president said, you want to bring down inflation, let's make sure the wealthiest corporations pay their fair share. Jeff Bezos came out and tweeted about that. He said the newly created disinformation board should review this tweet. Would you be okay with that?